I feel like a slice of butter melting on top of a big old pile of flapjacks.
Play the victim and you will be the victim.
Very good, Frank. Very impressive. Ultimate punch!
What's up?
What's
Oh! You hit the soft part of my belly.
You just got killed by a Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker! How you like me now, huh? You are, because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Ask yourself, why has he got his hat pulled down like that? He's fuck ugly.
Frenches instead. Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't like this.
Power of Christ compels you.
Oh, does it? Does it compel me?
You look pretty.
What did you say?
I said you look shitty.
I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Yeah, he's got an egg, you might.
It's Star Wars Day. Wait, I need to add a new clip because we don't have enough Star Wars clips in our life, do we? Can always use more. Okay, where's the one I'm looking for? It's this one. Cool. We're going to add that to the clips. Love that. Love that. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. May the 4th be with you. I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt. You can see that, right? We got a little baby Grogu on there. Mando and Grogu comes out this month. That's awesome. And we also got... Wait, hold on one second.
Hello there.
Hello there. Wanted to add that. That's great. New clip for the show. So it's Star Wars Day. And there was some Star Wars news recently that I completely glazed over, didn't even think to look at, but we're going to look at it now because it's Star Wars Day. And I also have my Star Wars Go Shelf Yourself going live today at 12 p.m. EST. So let's go ahead and share the screen here. Go ahead and look at these Star Wars releases. I know it's early, I know it's random, but I wanted to go ahead and do this, get it done, talk Star Wars. Because I think we did get we got a couple of new Black Series releases. More than a couple. Wow, look at that. We got 6 Black Series releases. We'll go over the vintage collection too. It is straight up Star Wars Day, so we'll look at all of that. But I'm assuming this is from the vintage collection. This is oh wow, that Rhoda. Look at that Rhoda. That's the kids line with Rhoda the Hutt and Mandalorian and Grogu. May the 4th be with you. Appreciate it. So we got kids line. Of course, we're gonna get some stuff from that. Rhoda the Hutt, played by Jeremy Allen White in the movie, which will be interesting. You can see he's got abs. A Hutt with abs is pretty interesting, I would say. And then these are all the collector reveals from the stream. So we got Black Series up top, vintage collection down below. Well, it's a mix between, but I believe we'll see what's first. Is this ARF Trooper and ATRT? Is this the vintage collection? No, this is the Black Series. What? Wow. See, I didn't even see any of this stuff. This is crazy. Look at the artwork on that box. That is very pretty artwork. Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the Black Series, digitally rendered images, final product. So they're doing there was a third party that was doing an ARF or the ATRT. So this is something that Hasbro was probably like, we could do that because it's not that big. It's probably like what, this big? But we have not gotten Black Series vehicles in a long time. this looks cool. This is interesting. For the Clone Wars, promising. I love Clone Wars. It's probably one of my favorite. I still don't understand. Somehow zero interest in this man movie, and seeing a hut with abs is doing nothing to change that. High spaded one. Hey, and that's okay. You know, I am very much excited. I love the Mandalorian TV show. I love Grogu. This has got characters from Rebels in it, like Zeb. We're getting, you know, we got Embo Slice from the Clone Wars, one of the best bounty hunters. So there's a lot of cool stuff happening in that movie that gets me really excited, on top of it just being Star Wars in theaters, which I feel like it's been a long time. When was the last one? Rise of Skywalker? Was that the last theater Star Wars movie? In like what, 2019, 2020? So it's been a while. So I am very excited for it. Oh, okay, there we go. Look at that. This is Black Series, so this is 1/12. Okay, and it's 501st, 501. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get this. Oh, look, you cannot see this comment because it goes against our community guidelines. Well, guess what? You get banned from the community for that. Bye. New clone body. We get more 501st Deco, which is, you know, Anakin's clones, which eventually turned into Vader's fist. In canon, they turned into stormtroopers and then were replaced by actual enlisted troopers rather than clones at a certain point. But this is really cool. This is interesting. And like I said, there was a third-party one that was made. So this will be interesting to see the quality and how it holds up. Like, look at the... Ooh, I'm impressed, okay? Like, Hasbro doesn't normally, but look at the paint decos on this. We got screens, we got all that stuff. Blockies just showed Amandu and Grogu on Walker model kit. Well, if it's on Toy Arc, which is where I'm getting this news, shout out to Toy Arc. We will go over it, and if not, I will find it and I will talk about it, because they're doing their wave 2 of their Star Wars little blind bags, which has a bunch of New Hope stuff. A painted unmasked clone head sculpt. That's this isn't for a game. This is a figure, and it's from the Black Series. Clone Wars. So it is an upcoming Clone Wars release in the Black Series, and it looks really cool. Like, I'm impressed. I didn't know this was coming out. How did I not know about this? It's been like 3 days since the stream. Let me get the blurb here. Controlled by Advanced Recon Force Troopers, AT-RT walkers are two-legged open cockpit reconnaissance vehicles. AT-RT drivers featured heavily in the Republic assault on the capital of Umbara, in which Commander Rex and Five stood up for the well-being of their clone brothers. And if you know the Umbara arc, then you know it was probably one of the darkest arcs in the Clone Wars in the middle of that show, which is very cool. Yep, this is Star Wars. Purely talking about Star Wars releases today because it's Star Wars Day. So what is this? Oh, this is the same box. That's just the top of the box. Very cool. Oh, we even get a little display piece. We get a little Rebel piece. Paint details on this are actually like really, I know, I'm sorry, I keep zooming in and out, but the paint details are really nice on this thing. Like, color me impressed, Hasbro. I think this is a solid release. I think that you need more vehicles in the line, and this is a good start. It's not too big. It's probably going to be like $60, maybe 50, hopefully. We'll see. But yeah, look at that. Great packaging. Very, very clean. Very awesome solicitation photos. Then we're getting these smaller, these aren't 1-to-1. These are mini helmets. These are like about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe like that size. I'm not sure. But I don't see the point of collecting something like that. If I did want helmets, which I don't, I would want a full-size one that I could put on my head. So, but it's for people out there that want that kind of stuff. It's cool that the rangefinder moves up and down. Black Series Clone Commander Doom. Okay, this is cool. Oh man, I didn't see Doom. So Doom is obviously based on everyone's favorite Latvian dictator, Doom. Excuse me. So that's what they based this design on. And I like Poppy Playtime McFarlane. I think that's the name, but he have Coffee Playtime figures. Yeah, the Poppy Playtime ones, those are... I don't collect McFarlane. I have my gripes with McFarlane's toys, but those are interesting that they got like bendy wire arms and stuff. At least he's doing some different stuff with those. But this is from the Clone Wars. And he looks like he's wearing board shorts. A little bit. But the, what is that called? The Kama? It's just probably not the best material. There, that's a little bit better. But he's supposed to be a reference to Doctor Doom, obviously, but it's in Star Wars canon, so they just, you know, just a reference. But it is cool to get more individual clones. I wonder if his helmet is removable. Doesn't look like it, which is fine. You know, I think that less clones need their helmets removable. This is Thorn. So this is one of the Coruscant Guard clone troopers. These are the guys that protected the Jedi Temple. Why wouldn't they take that long? That's why I never use voice to text. It never works properly. It always messes something up. We get a big old minigun with Thorn. And we do have Fox already, which is another one of the Coruscant Guards. And actually Vader personally took care of that guy when he made him mad in the Star Wars Vader comic. Mini green thing. So Grogu, baby Grogu, or are you talking about Yoda? Which mini green thing? Because I got a little Grogu right here. A little Grogu pillow. You're not going to share tech, articulation schemes, or accessories across your line. I mean, that's fair, but Doom, Clone Commander Doom has been around in the canon for a while. The plushie that I'm holding. Yep, it's Grogu. And he's also on my shirt. I'm a total mark for the cute stuff. In some things, like in Predator Badlands, I didn't like that they put a cute creature in there. That is, I'm not a fan of that. But look at that. Look at the paint on that. Like they're actually adding paint decos. The paint on the clone looks clean. So like, I know it's just reuse on the body, but we're getting some new helmets. We're getting some new accessories. I appreciate that. They're more individual as far as the releases go. So these are 3 Clone Wars releases so far, and I love the Clone Wars. I got no problems with it. I ain't upset about it. I ain't upset about it. A lot of pictures of just nothing, though. Like, you're just showing off the different ways he can move with his single joints, which I don't really mind. Do they have butterfly joints? Yeah, they do. So this is definitely the new clone body, which is great. Shouldn't be using the old clone body at all for any releases. Then we get a new... So we already had a Clone Commando that they've used for multiple characters. Cozy Man or Crozy Man, thank you for popping in. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, so you can come back. More live streams, videos. I got a Star Wars video coming out later. Appreciate you popping in. Very nice to see new faces. But this Republic Commando is a new mold. We've had an older Republic Commando, but this one is closer to the design of the game as far as like the bulk on the upper half and all that stuff. So it is nice to get an update of that. Maybe they'll do a full release of the Star Wars Commando video game team, like in a set. That would be interesting to see them do that. But these guys are canon because they were in the Bad Batch as well. So these guys are actually, they were legends for a while, but they're canon now. Black Series small helmet, so small Vader helmet, not 1-to-1 scale. So don't think it is, because it's not small. It's a small Vader helmet. Nothing really to see there. It's just okay. Now who is this guy? This is Mission Val and Karth Onasi. That's from KOTOR, right? Is it from KOTOR? It's been a while since I played KOTOR. It's got to be from KOTOR. Where's the box? Show me the box. Show me the box! We're getting more Twi'lek love. Love that. Are they from KOTOR or KOTOR 2? No, they're from KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're part of your party members. Okay, so listen, they're making me I have Revan. I have light side and dark side Revan. So if they're releasing this, that means I need to get Bastila Shan. I need to get the Wookiee, what's his name? Zanzibar? Not Zanzibar. I don't remember what his name is. And then Darth Malgus. No. Was it Malgus? Who was the dude from with the mouthpiece in KOTOR? Because I would love to have a full-on KOTOR display. And we're getting I knew they were KOTOR. I had so this is set like 400 years before the prequels, I think. But I accessory wise lacking, but to add more KOTOR to the collection, because KOTOR is a fantastic game. There was a remake happening. It was like a not official remake, but I think that it got shelved, which is unfortunate. That is a game that needs to be remade. BioWare did the first one, and then Obsidian did KOTOR 2, and then the MMORPG online right now, that's the Old Republic, which is Tor, is currently going on, but it is set after KOTOR. Bright ass orange vest. He shops at the Gap. That's funny. So Mission Vow and Carthonasi. I knew the names, and then I started it's been a while since I played KOTOR. It started clicking, and I was like, these are definitely from KOTOR. Wow, look at this dude. I think this is using the new Clone Commando body with some changes. Look at that helmet. Look at that weapon. Republic Trooper. So is this from the video game? Is this going to be a Gaming Greats release? Because if it is, look at that. Look at that big old blaster. Chonk Trooper. I mean, hey, the more unique designs we get, the better, in my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy them all, but still nice to look at. Look at that big old chonkin blaster. Ooh, Seattle Sean. Okay, so she is from the Old Republic, the MMORPG, and Malgus is from the Old Republic. Sorry, so it's Malgus is the big tall dude. I'm not who is the guy from KOTOR that I'm thinking of. It's whatever. The name will come back to me, but she's from the MMORPG. I'm 99% sure. She got a blue bladed lightsaber. Yeah, she's one of those characters that they put in those really nicely rendered videos that were promoting the game when it first dropped. Always cool to see more double bladed Jedi, and then a female one on top of it is cool. And the lightsaber splits in half. Awesome. All of them should do that. Where's the box? Well, I'm pretty sure she's from Tor. Pretty sure she's from the Eternals. Well, I'm pretty sure you're wrong, Spaded One. Pretty sure she's not from the Eternals. And then we got Vintage Collection Anakin Skywalker. But if you watch the re-released versions of Return of the Jedi, this man's face is not... Is this Sebastian Shaw, or is this... Who was the guy that played him at the end of Return of the Jedi? I'm not sure. But they replaced him in Return of the Jedi with Hayden Christensen as a Force ghost, which really makes no sense but it's whatever. It's whatever. They just wanted that. Oh, look, prequel tie-in, Return of the Jedi. We got Revenge of the Sith as well. But it's interesting that they thought they needed to release this. I mean, I'm sure there's people that is their mind's eye Anakin from the end of the movie, and that's fine. That's what this is for. But he's not even a Force ghost. He's just an old Anakin Skywalker in a Jedi robe, which is fine, I guess. But Anakin would never wear those colors. We know Anakin. He likes the dark colors. Then we're getting Vintage Collection. Excuse me. Vintage Collection Classic Asajj Ventress from this. This is what she looked like in the Genndy Tartakovsky animated show. This is the outfit she was wearing in that. This is like making an action figure of the guy on set playing Choppa, right? The little short guy with who's bald with the mustache. That would, yeah. See, and there's the, oh, I guess they're gonna release this Anakin as well. So this scene, this is where Anakin got a couple of his, I think it's where he got his eye scar, was from Asajj Ventress. But this is definitely based on the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars animated show. Is this a 2-pack? Fantasy scene. Lightsaber does not light up. Special effects used. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm guessing this is a 2-pack. Anakin Skywalker and Asajj Ventress. He's got his torn up outfit with the sleeves torn off. That is a literally 1-for-1 shot from the animated show. In fact, I'm going to bring it up just so y'all can see. Genndy Tartakovsky, Asajj Ventress. I guarantee you that'll be one of the first images I see. Here we go. Here we go. Not the same angle, but definitely that's the reference right there, is that scene from the Clone Wars. God, I knew real humans with that haircut. Which one? The rat tail? Oh God. Yeah, see? The rain. It's cool. And they made them realistic as opposed to animated style, which, you know, they wanted to fit in with the rest of your vintage collection stuff. But it is cool that we're still getting Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars stuff in 2026, because that stuff is like officially not canon anymore. But hey, sometimes cool set is a cool set, and do this in Black Series. I'm sure people will buy it. I don't need it, but it's still very cool. Bodhi Rook vintage collection for anyone that likes Rogue One. I don't like Rogue One. I hate that movie. Hot take, I know, but I really don't enjoy Rogue One. But he just comes with his cable that he used to download the codes, the Death Star codes, and then send it, and a blaster and his goggles. Everyone died in that movie, so pretty non-consequential as far as getting the figures. I don't really care. Star Wars The Vintage Collection Clone Commander. So this Phase 1 clone and Vintage Collection around Attack of the Clones, early Clone Wars. Nothing crazy. And then we're getting a Geonosian Warrior Army Builder, I suppose, which they did release the 6-inch. I think the 6-inch Geonosian Warrior is out, and you can kind of like swap a couple of pieces to make some different ones. But this is a full-on army builder. Yeah, the rat tail. My fellow poor whites are good for a laugh sometimes. Hey there, Cletus. You like my rat tail? Oh, you like my rat tail, Billy Bob? So it's cool that they're doing still doing army builders. This is a lot easier and more accessible as far as price wise in the vintage collection. But if you wanted like to put some way up in the air and look like they're high in the air on your display, you can still get this and put it in your Black Series Attack of the Clones display. Have the bigger ones on the ground fighting, and then have these guys up in the air. You know, there's ways to slip them in there if you really want them. Which Luke Skywalker is this supposed to be? That hilt that he has right there, that's, first of all, they're two different colors. Secondly, that is his green lightsaber hilt. It's not painted either. So why is it a blue blade? What is this based on? And also, like, that the soft goods look really bad on this. Like, the color is so different. It looks terrible. Looks like he's wearing a skirt. What is this supposed to be based? It doesn't even say. Plo Koon, Vintage Collection Plo Koon. So really, we didn't get much as far as for Black Series other than some clone troopers, which, you know, that's cool. Makes it easier not to get all of them. But I do want that ARF trooper and the ATRT. That thing looks really cool. There's some in-hand pictures. We don't need to look at that. But those are the Vintage Collection and Black Series releases. But there is more Star Wars stuff. Oh, I do want to see the packaging on that. I do want to see that packaging. Yeah, look at that. I was right. Gendy Tarkovsky right there. Very cool. Very nice little package there. Looks like a TV set, an old school TV set, which is pretty interesting. Sometimes a box is nice. I don't keep them, but sometimes they look nice. We're still getting retro collection stuff, which is surprising. But this is that guy from the beginning of A New Hope, the guy that turned in the Falcon that was spying on them. Princess Leia from the Yavin ceremony. Protocol droid, astromech droid. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Wedge Antilles. Pretty sure this is supposed to be Wedge. And that's just a rebel trooper. Here, let's see what let's see if I was right with Wedge. Yep, Wedge. Can't even read that. C23, Princess Leia Organa. And what was that guy's name? Gurinden. Sounds like an anime name. And then they're just showing off. Okay, there's the box. Yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Where's her box? They still didn't show her box. These are fan channel and pulse, so those will be easily accessible. Very cool. Nice, solid. What's up, Joe? How's it going? Happy Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day. So that's the Black Series and Vintage Collection stuff. Shout out Toy Arc. It is Star Wars Day, so there's a lot of Star Wars news. Check out this because it's 1/12 scale first. SH Figuarts Anakin Skywalker. Is this a re-release? No, this is a new SH Figuarts Anakin classic version based on Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Features removable cloth cloak, interchangeable hands, swap out portraits, and a lightsaber. May 11th, pre-orders go up. How's that likeness? You're not going to zoom in more than that? Thanks for that. Definitely looks like it poses much better than a Black Series. That's cool. Dark side face, force choke hand, force push hand. Great. Ooh, if that Obi-Wan is rough. That does not look like Ewan McGregor. That Hayden definitely looks way better than that Ewan McGregor for sure. Like that's not a good Ewan. Hey, I don't have any problem with that likeness. It's pretty solid. But I don't have SHF Star Wars, and I'm not going to start collecting them. So not really a lot, just a couple of pictures. They don't show the accessories, the box, or anything like that. So they're probably like, look at this, Star Wars. Pre-order soon. And then we got some Hot Toys love with Qui-Gon, Padawan Ahsoka, and Concept Anakin. Oh, okay. So this is based on the animated Clone Wars movie that actually came to theaters that was before the Clone Wars show, because she's got Rhoda the Hutt in her backpack, and this was really like Anakin and Ahsoka's first main mission together. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars, i.e. Bill Murray Star Wars lounge singer. Merry 4th to y'all as well. Indeed. Now, I don't buy Hot Toys, but dang, this looks great. Like this is we got Baby Rhoda there. We got the light up lightsaber. We got the blast effects. It's based on the actor that portrayed her in live action in Ahsoka. They just kind of made her look a little bit younger, which is cool that we have a live action reference for Ahsoka in almost every point of time in Star Wars. There's a live action reference. You know, all the Jedi, it's one, you know what the actor looks like. But with Ahsoka, she was a wholly animated character until the Ahsoka TV series, where we got Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, and then the actress, I forget her name. I know she's been blowing up. She's been doing a lot of stuff. But she portrayed her during the Clone Wars when Ahsoka was like from 13 to 17 was when Clone Wars was running, and then Rebels, she's like 25. maybe like 23, 25. And then, of course, in the current age, she's in her 40s. So she's still relatively young in the Star Wars universe as far as the current timeline. And, you know, I love that because there's still so much room for Ahsoka to have more stories in Star Wars. Ahsoka's my favorite character. Han Solo, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, those are my 3 favorites. Tied. They're all tied, but look at that little Road to the Hut. So cute. And I like that they kept him all cute and stylized like he looked in the show. And I'm assuming this is one of those silicone body figures because we're not seeing any seams in the body, which is great. Lightsabers on the hilt. And there's a reason they changed the outfit for her later in the show because it's a little skimpy for a 13-year-old to be wearing. But, you know, that's the design she had in the movie. So they're making the figure. And I think the figure looks fantastic. I think it is a great looking figure. I think that Ahsoka is an awesome character. And as much as she was hated when she first came out, people really grew to love her because Dave Filoni did such a good job with her character arc. And I have no problems with this figure existing. I can't buy it, unfortunately. If I could afford Hot Toys, trust me, I would have already been going down that rabbit hole. Started with like a Spider-Man or an Indiana Jones, and I've been like, well, if I get the main Star Wars characters I like, and then I'd be like, well, if I get those, it'd be terrible. So I'm glad I don't have any, but she looks fantastic. I'm really and there she is with the Clone Wars Hot Toys Anakin from Ahsoka. Looks great. They look great together. Snips and Sky Guy. You love it. You love to see it. Rhoda. Lots of solicitation pictures for these. That's cool. There's only so much you can do with it. Head portrait is very nice. The eyeballs move. I don't think there's another head sculpt. It doesn't look like she's getting to. And she only had one lightsaber in the movie, in the Clone Wars movie. So that's why she doesn't have 2. She only had 1 at that point. Oh, cool. We get a hologram. It's Anakin, Yoda, and Obi-Wan. That's awesome. Ooh, look at this. Look at this, dude. Now this is some fucking aura right here. Red lightsaber, black robe with a chain. Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader. Whatever you want to call him at that point. So this is based on concept art, I'm assuming from Revenge of the Sith. Very glad they didn't go with this look, but it is cool that they're making this figure. This is very, very cool look for Anakin. I look at that Count Dracula looking Count Dooku cloak, red Sith eyes. He's got a freaking almost a mullet going on there with the hair, all black, black on black on black. With the blue saber, it just does not look right. Give him the red. Only the red lightsaber. That likeness to Hayden Christensen is good. It's just obviously not a look that we ever saw for him. So we get normal eyes with the blue lightsaber, and then we get red eyes with the red lightsaber, I'm assuming. So artisan edition. So he also has what, rooted hair? I'm assuming that all the artisan things have rooted hair. Is that rooted? It might be. And I do agree with you, Russell. Also, hello. They are too much. It is very expensive. Hot Toys is a hobby I can't even think about getting into. Yeah, that's definitely rooted hair. Looks crazy. Like they got a crazy look for that hair going on. A bunch of hair. Like he could do an ad for L'Oreal if he wanted to. You'll have to use the L'Oreal. It gets sand out of your hair very easily. So very cool to see stuff I can't get, but you know. And here's the concept art it is based on. Hot Toys exclusive. Two portraits, 2 head portraits with rooted hair. Like that is straight up a mullet. There's no denying that. That is a freaking mullet. Stunning hair craftsmanship. So we get light up blade, a regular lightsaber, a light up hilt, a regular hilt, and then we get the 2 colored blades with the 2 swishy effects, hands, a stand, and the wired cloak. So Anakin fans, eat your heart out. That's for you. Then we got Qui-Gon Jinn, Artisan Edition. So rooted hair Qui-Gon from The Phantom Menace, because, you know, he died in The Phantom Menace. Definitely a good Liam Neeson likeness. Looks almost exactly like him. Can't really hate on that. We got Maul fighting Qui-Gon. Did they not release a Qui-Gon before, or are they just doing the rooted hair thing now? That's what I want to know. But, you know, you see a new figure that looks better than the old one, you're probably going to want to sell your old one and get the new one anyway, right? That looks really good. Almost looks like from that side, like from that size, looks like a still from the movie, or like a promo shot from the movie. And I know that Hot Toys is like the king of 1/6 as far as like mainstream, but there are so many third-party 1/6 companies that are doing a lot of crazy stuff that just kind of blow Hot Toys out of the water. But something like this, it's like, okay, so they can cook, they can hit a likeness, they can make a figure look really good. So, you know, if you had your faith shaken, every once in a while there's a release that you're like, oh, just like Hasbro, every once in a while you're like, oh, okay, so maybe they aren't completely incompetent at releasing figures. We get the poncho from Tatooine as well, which is cool. Like, there's only so many looks that they can do in these photos. That hair's crazy looking though. We got the silvers in there, the browns in there. I know the beard is painted, but that looks like real hair. So they're definitely some talented artists over at Hot Toys. Not gonna hate on that. 3 different looks: robe, robeless, poncho, poncholess. We get the Naboo Starfighter holo. We get Mace Windu and Yoda. That's cool that they're including those with all these figures. So decent amount of stuff. But now let's see how much these things cost. Where's the price on these? No price yet. Wait. I'm not going to buy them. I just want to know. The spectacular figure will be available in a limited quantity of 2,500 units. So they're not even announcing the price yet. I'm assuming it's like fucking $350, $400, something crazy like that. Is there any more Star Wars? Oh, there is. Look at this. Holy shit. $600 Ultimate Grogu from Hasbro. Jesus. Hasbro announced an all-new premium level collectible for the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu movie set to drop next month. Star Wars animatronic Ultimate Grogu, the 1-to-1 scale figure, features all types of advanced technology that allows them to move. It says allows them to movie. Make sounds, react to you, and more. Retail is $599.99 and is due to ship in late 2026. So it's essentially a fully animatronic Grogu for $600 that looks like it's from the show. So if you want a Grogu that can talk and make movements and maybe walk, that'd be cool if it could actually walk. $600 will get you that. Got his little Mandalorian chest plate with the mud horn on it. Is that a thermal detonator? I would not give Grogu a thermal detonator, that's for sure. It's got a little satchel. Oh, look at that. Look at that face. He's so cute. He's so cute. We love Grogu here. Anyone who doesn't think Grogu is cute, blasphemy. I understand the not liking cute stuff in your stuff, but he is cute. You have to admit that. We get his little blue snacky snack. Look at the hair, too. Like, that's crazy that they did that. Super K, it's for people who want a real life Grogu in their lives. Like me. I would, if I had $600, the things I would do, but if I had like spare $600 after that, I may be inclined to get that. Like, Can you picture someone like in a full-on Mando cosplay with this moving, talking Grogu in their pouch or on their shoulder? Like, that's sick. $600 is very steep, but it moves. It's 1-to-1 scale. The detail is actually very nice. Like, I'm sure he can blink his eyes and stuff. We got hair sticking out of the head. The robe has the different textures, and the seams are small like they would be. It'd be cool if that was metal for that price. But listen, if somebody tried to give me that, I would not tell them no. I would say, yes, please, give me baby. Give me the baby. I would like to see the baby. Werner Herzog. We need more Star Wars stuff. Hold on one second. Sorry, had to answer the phone from my boo. So we do have some more Hot Toy stuff coming up. We got Zeb, Gareth Zeb Aurelios, who is from Star Wars Rebels. He better use the Force for $600. Well, he can look like he's using the Force. My pillow isn't coon yet. I need coffee. What's up? What's up, Matt, with 2 T's? Been a while since I've seen you. How are you doing? So we got a new Zeb coming. We got a Yoda from the prequels coming. We've got Commander Gree. We've got Thrawn in his white armor drip from Rebels. We got 3 different troopers. We've got Old Man Luke, and we've got Clone Wars or Shadow Lord Darth Maul coming out. I don't see solicitations for these, but we can go to the separate links. I want to look at Thrawn. I want to look at Thrawn. Thrawn. Imperial armor Thrawn is based on a Rebels scene. There is a scene in Rebels where he's wearing the white vest and white helmet. So that is what they based it on. But obviously, it's got the Lars Mikkelsen head sculpt because that is what Thrawn is looking like in live action now, which is awesome. That the voice actor from Rebels actually came over to do the live action version. Fucking love that. Fantastic. There he is talking to the Emperor. Not using the Force because he doesn't do that. But if you wanted a Thrawn for your Hot Toys collection, $270. I guess you could do worse, right? No, that's pretty expensive. Low stock remaining. It's still in stock, but it's low stock remaining. So if you want it, get it while you can. Zeb, $300, which is $30 more for a much larger character is not terrible. I mean, all the prices for Hot Toys are terrible. Don't get me wrong. But we are going to see our boy Zeb here, voiced by Steve Blum in Rebels, also in the live action movie. We're going to see him in The Mandalorian and Grogu, and he is also confirmed to be appearing in Ahsoka Season 2. So hopefully we're getting all the Rebels crew back together, obviously other than Kanan, in live action. That'll be fucking beautiful to see. I love Rebels. It is my favorite Star Wars animated show. So I'm assuming we're also going to get a Black Series Zeb live action at some point, which will be nice to have that. But he's wearing his Rebel pilot gear because he's in the Republic pilot gear because he is part of the Republic as one of their pilots, as we saw in The Mandalorian season 2. Was it in 2 or 3? I think it was in 3. But we did see Zeb ever so briefly. And Zeb is he's the race that the Wookiee was originally based on, like the concept art, which was kind of more of a hairless ape rather than a big gorilla covered in hair. Ace, may the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day. You can see I got my Star Wars on. Grogu and Grogu. Looking at stuff from Mandalorian and Grogu. So yeah, he's slightly bigger than Mando. Not too much bigger, but I do have my Black Series Zeb from Rebels. So good. I fucking love Rebels. A lot of hot toys. A lot of hot toys coming out. I'm trying to do purely Star Wars releases that we haven't talked about. Let's see that someone said there was Blockies Star Wars new. So I did see the new, these are the champion class ones. Is that the only picture they have? Yeah, we're not going to get that. But Blockies has 2 different versions of like their Star Wars figures. They have the blind bag ones, and then they have the slightly more expensive, slightly larger ones. Why can't I find? Well, there's a Blockies wiki now, y'all. Shout out to me for putting them over way back at the beginning of last year. So some of these links aren't active yet, but we'll go ahead. Oops. Go ahead and put this back up. Wrong way. My only Star Wars shirt is dirty, so I'm rocking my Captain Marvel. Well, it's still Disney, so it's good enough. Whose motorcycle is that? It's a chopper. Whose chopper is it? Zeb's. Who's Zeb? Zeb's dead, baby. Zeb's dead. I know exactly what that's from. Pulp Fiction. No one can say I'm not cultured. So the new ones are the Din Djarin and Grogu. I want to find these. So let's go ahead and copy, paste. 2 days ago. Here we go. Thank you, Reddit. Thank you, Reddit. All right, look at that Blockies Mando. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. That looks like a full-on, and this is the champion class, so it's a slightly more complicated build, slightly more accurately proportioned. I believe they're 5.5 or 5-inch figures. That Bo-Katan, look at her. She got the dark saber. She's got her shield. Better than the Black Series ever did. I don't know about that Grogu though. He looks like Hezbollah. You know that little guy with the that was like a meme. It's blown up for a while. I like that they included the shield. So that's cool that we're getting those. Those are brand new, shown off 2 days ago. Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper disguise. Once again, just solicitations. I don't think that they've put that out yet. That's a terrible way to look at it. We're not going to do that. I think that's all the Star Wars releases, which is cool. We're almost come to an hour. So last night was fun. 4-hour live stream. Thank God it's Sunday. And, I'm still waiting to see clips and all that stuff from that other person's stream. But I know there was people in there saying some dumb shit, like calling me Buffalo Bill. Like, bitch, I'm way prettier than Buffalo Bill. Pop blender, you can shove it and get lost. Trying to say that I said some, dude, you're nobody. Why would I, unless you said some transphobic shit and I called you out for it, why would I pop in there and say that? And apparently Chad was claiming that him and his people got my Instagram taken down. And I don't believe that. Like, I believe that they put reports in and stuff, but I think that how political my Instagram stories were was probably the more likely factor, rather than me posting stuff that people publicly posted on their own pages and stuff. That's not really a reason to get a page taken down. So you can take credit for it if you want, but I know y'all didn't actually do anything other than maybe have Instagram take a closer look at my stories, which if you're talking about, I know it's Star Wars Day, but this is kind of applies to Star Wars, because if you're talking about the oppressor oppressing multiple countries, acting like the victim, that relates to Star Wars. So, you know, that country I don't want to name is the Empire, as well as the United States. We're also part of the Empire, and everyone resisting that are the rebels. So, you know, if you want to be like, oh, take credit for that, you can do that. I'm not going to take credit for getting you fired, Chad, because I had nothing to do with it. But I still think it's hilarious. I may not be super excited for this movie, but it's awesome to see all the promotional stuff for it. Keep Star Wars. And that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. So Star Wars fans are the most whiny group of fans, as far as like, is every Star Wars thing that we've gotten fantastic, perfect, good? Not always, no. But I'm of the mindset that as long as Star Wars is alive and we keep getting more content, we will get more good stuff. Look at what Maul Shadowlord is doing right now. That thing is great. I've only seen a couple episodes so far, but the animation, the story, the characterization, it's all fantastic. I enjoyed every season of Mandalorian. I know season 3 was a little bit weaker. Grogu, yes, we got Grogu on my shirt and on here. Happy Star Wars Day. But I'm very happy to get more Star Wars. Like I can't imagine being a fan of something and being like, oh, screw this, we're getting new stuff. That's terrible. No, that's amazing. Now wait to watch it before you pass your judgment, obviously. But that's the problem, is people just are like, no, it's woke, it's this, it's that, before they even see the movie. And Star Wars was always woke. George Lucas literally said that the rebels are the Viet Cong and the Empire is the United States government, in the context of when he was writing the movies. So, you know, it's always been woke. People can make up what they want to about Star Wars, but we all know the truth. And I'm just happy we're getting more of it, you know, like more animated Star Wars, more live action Star Wars, more Star Wars figures, more Star Wars games. Bring it on. We can just decide what's good or not after it comes out, when we play it or watch it. You know, that's how it should be. But surprised we made it an hour talking about Star Wars stuff. I'm guessing there was a lot more than I'm not ashamed either. Listen, I will watch every single Star Wars movie, every single Star Wars show. I will watch them all. And I saw this video like yesterday. Someone said how the Acolyte ruined Star Wars. And I'm like, and I made one comment. I didn't watch the video. I said, it didn't. End of video. Because if you think that one piece of media can completely ruin an entire franchise, then you have a bigger problem. Like, you don't have to watch The Acolyte. You don't even have to treat it as canon if you don't want to. It's there for people that enjoy it. It's not there for people to just watch and be like, this is woke, this is terrible. And also, after it got canceled, The Acolyte has consistently been one of the highest watched shows on Disney Plus. So we may get a continuation of that in some form, and then people will start whining and crying once again. Pop culture fans are like Pizza the Hut. They'll eat themselves to death. For real. Oh, I can't believe we're getting Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I can't believe we're getting more, though. This is so dumb. The originals were the best. But yes, the originals were the best. But we're getting more. We're getting more. Say that louder for the goobers in the back. Absolutely. You know me. I'm not afraid to speak out and say what I feel, you know. I will not touch Solo with Kash Patel's eyes. I refuse. I don't see the need for a Solo, but it's a decent movie. It's not necessity. It's not crucial to the Star Wars lore to watch that movie. It's just a guy pretending to be Han Solo, in my opinion. And there's some good parts of it. I think that Donald Glover as Lando is great, but at the same time, I can't see most of these characters aging into the characters from the OT. So I kind of just watch as a separate thing. And that's why I got rid of all the Solo stuff in my collection. I just don't really need it. I didn't really need it. It seems to be more popular to hate on something than just the fan. I know what you're trying to imply, you dumbass, but there's nothing under the choker. Literally nothing. So there you go. And I know you're nobody special, but I just wanted to let you know that you're not clever at all, because there's literally nothing under it. It's completely flat. So you can go ahead and fuck yourself, you dumb motherfucker. Bye. Isn't it funny how people think that women don't have Adam's apples, though? Like, everyone has an Adam's apple. When it protrudes or not is about your vocal cords and the type of, like, the how big the muscle is in your neck and your throat and all that stuff. Women have Adam's apples. Everybody has an Adam's apple. So you're dumb as shit. I, however, don't have a visible one. Nothing there. Fuck you. Eat 12 dicks. I've dealt with every kind of transphobic dumb comment, and they're always so stupid. There's never an original comment, never something that is just not so easy to be like, nope, you're wrong, bye. And yeah, it is definitely more popular to hate on something than to be a fan. Mine got kicked in when I was a kid. It's not visible at all. See? Not everyone has a visible Adam's apple. Man, woman, whatever. Not everyone has one. So you're not clever. You're not smart. Maybe go stick a fork in a light socket and see if it sparks something in your brain. I don't know. We'll see. Did I just say that? Maybe. I'm sorry. It's Star Wars Day. We shouldn't be doing that. Look at my little Grogu plushie. It's actually my girlfriend's Grogu plushie, but it's in this room at all times. We also have a big, I can hear my R2D2 phone. Don't know what that was. We also have a Grogu Squishmallow somewhere. I think it's in my car, actually. But Hello Kitty right here. That needs washed. But we've made it about an hour. So I'm going to say that... Hold on, I want to add more clips really quick before we get off of here. Some more Star Wars clips. Because it's Star Wars Day, and I wanna clip bomb you with Star Wars stuff. The more the merrier, right?
We've decoded the intel from the First Order spy, and it confirms the worst. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned. We don't know how. They haven't explained it yet, but somehow he returns. Apparently that line was a reshoot as well, trying to fix some issues with Rise of Skywalker, and it just kind of like made them more prominent as far as the way that they handled that movie. Handing off the 3 separate movies in the trilogy, or planning to hand them off to 3 separate directors, was a terrible idea if you didn't have a cohesive vision. You're just like, yeah, you do what you think is best next to the story. That's not how proper, strong storytelling works. I got small hands too for a guy. I'm really built. If you look careful, you'll see my alien ass in the space cantina. What's up, Action Nova? Happy Star Wars Day! Woo! Woo! I'm wearing my Star Wars stuff. I love Star Wars. Also, I have a video coming out in an hour. Go Shelf Yourself, episode 2, Revenge of the Shelf. For Star Wars Day, it is my Black Series collection. So I did do a whole collection room tour and all that stuff, but these Go Shelf Yourselves are like more curated to a specific shelf at a time. So if you want more detail into how I build my shelves or why I do the things I do, Go Shelf Yourself is a good way to find that out. Oh, I need the no clip. Somehow platypuses have not returned. Oh, man, that's sad. But they're still around. They're just only in Australia, right? Or is it New Zealand that they're from? But yeah, happy Star Wars Day. I appreciate everyone showing up. I appreciate all the amazing people that we have on this channel. We don't appreciate whining here in any capacity, whether it's playing the victim from some losers or not. So here's a clip for the whiners about Star Wars and everything in general.
Take these two over to the garage, will you? I want them cleaned up for dinner.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
You can waste time.
Oh no, the power converters. No. All right, y'all. I gotta go pick up my power converters from the Toshi Station. So keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to local LGBTQ plus community. If you're protesting, be extra super duper safe. Happy motherfucking Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.
My safe word will be whiskey.
Sorry, Rod, what was that?
Whiskey.
Your friend's wasted, Anakin.
Check this out!
Pork chop sandwiches!
Freaking pump! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day!
Oh, man, he hit his ass with a parking towel, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
God, I go to church every goddamn Sunday! You gonna bring the demons out of me?
No matter what you do, I will be proud of you, even if you receive a liberal arts degree. Baby time. It's baby time. It's wait, I wasn't finished.
All right, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick.
You know my dad?
Oh,
G.I. Joe! What the fuck? This is my hat now. This is totally my hat.